The drama between Denise Richards and her husband Aaron Phypers is exploding, and it has now reached a point where eviction papers are involved. Yes, you heard that right. Denise Richards has officially asked the court to evict Aaron Phypers from their home, and what's coming out about this messy divorce is leaving fans completely shocked. It's turning into one of the most talked about Hollywood breakups of the year, and things are only getting uglier with each new update. Denise Richards, the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star, has filed a legal request for a court order to kick Aaron, his parents, and even his brother out of their Calabasas rental property. That's not just a breakup, that's a total family eviction. According to Denise, she needs to get her belongings out of the house, including sentimental items and even her dogs. But because of a restraining order she already has in place against Aaron, she can't just walk in and grab her things. She says she's worried her personal stuff and her pets could end up lost, damaged, or even thrown out once eviction proceedings officially begin. And if that's not complicated enough, Aaron's side is fighting back hard. The situation gets messier when you hear about the money involved. Denise and Aaron have been battling not just over property, but also over money, with Aaron reportedly demanding alimony of almost $120,000 a month. That's a staggering number, and it shows just how bitter this divorce has become. At the same time, Aaron claims he has hundreds of text messages that show Denise was trying to cheat on him. These alleged texts have been waved around like proof, and they've definitely added fuel to the fire. But even with all that, Denise seems determined to push forward with removing Aaron and his family from the property. Now, here's where it gets even more complicated. Denise says that although both she and Aaron were on the lease for the Calabasas rental, she moved out more than 2 years ago. The agreement, according to her, was that Aaron's family would only stay there temporarily, but instead of paying the rent, she claims Aaron failed to keep up with the payments starting in January 2025. That means for about 6 months, the landlord has been trying to reach him with no luck. Because of that, eviction proceedings are already moving forward, with the family required to leave the property by August 23rd, which is literally just around the corner. To make her case stronger, Denise even included photos showing what she says is damage inside the home. She described seeing patches of flooring ripped out, boxes and clothes scattered everywhere, and papers lying around in disarray. She said the state of the house shocked her, and she now worries that her valuable items and pets could be harmed as the eviction goes down. Imagine being in her shoes. Your things are in a house you can't safely enter. Your dogs are stuck inside, and the people you're divorcing are refusing to leave. It's a nightmare. And let's not forget the restraining order. Because of that, Denise can't even step foot in the house while Aaron is inside. Normally, someone might call the police and ask for an escort to retrieve their belongings. But in her case, that's not allowed under the current order. That's why she's pushing for legal intervention. She wants the court to step in so she can get her things out safely without violating the restraining order. On the other hand, Aaron's lawyers are fighting back, saying that there's no real emergency here and that the court should deny Denise's request. They're also demanding the chance for Aaron to collect his own belongings from wherever Denise is living now. So now both sides are pointing fingers, saying, "You have my stuff, I have your stuff." It's turned into a back-and-forth tug-of-war that shows just how messy this divorce really is. Fans of Denise have been quick to rally behind her, saying that it's unfair she has to go through such extreme steps just to get her belongings. Others, though, are pointing out that Aaron's claims about those alleged text messages shouldn't be ignored. If those are real, it adds another layer of scandal to the situation. Denise, of course, hasn't admitted to cheating, but the fact that Aaron claims he has hundreds of texts has left people questioning what really went on behind the scenes of their marriage. This whole thing feels a lot like the Kim Zolciak and Kroy Biermann divorce saga, with constant back-and-forth battles, financial disputes, and the threat of eviction looming over the family. But while that divorce gave us messy body cam footage and endless drama, fans are hoping Denise and Aaron's split won't go quite that far. Still, the fact that eviction is on the table makes it one of the most shocking celebrity divorces we've seen in a while. What makes this even more emotional is the fact that Denise isn't just fighting for her property, but also for her dogs. She said that her pets mean everything to her, and the thought of them being harmed or abandoned in the chaos is heartbreaking. It shows that beyond the money and the drama, there's a very personal side to all of this that cuts deep for Denise. As for Aaron, he continues to deny a lot of Denise's claims and insists that he's the one being wronged. By bringing up alimony and those text messages, it's clear he's ready to fight her every step of the way. But the fact that the landlord has already started eviction proceedings suggests the court is leaning toward Denise's version of events. After all, if rent hasn't been paid for months and there's no contact, landlords usually don't waste time. That's why the deadline of August 23rd is so important. That's when we'll really see what happens next. But the drama doesn't end there. Rumors are now swirling about Denise and her family's finances. A blind item suggested that Denise has been trying to get one of her daughters cast on Bravo's new hit show, Next Gen NYC, not necessarily for their career, but because the family needs money. Some fans believe this blind item could be about Denise's daughter Delilah, since her other daughter Amelia has already established herself in high fashion modeling. Amelia has worked with Vogue, Balenciaga, and other major brands, making her unlikely to jump into reality TV. Still, whether the blind item is true or not, it has added even more speculation to Denise's current situation. Meanwhile, former housewife Brandi Glanville also stirred the pot by sharing a disturbing story about an adult male making inappropriate comments about her kids when they were minors. She claimed this man, who spoke to her boys over Skype, once said, "Your boys are so hot. When did they turn 18? Brandi claimed this person wasn't just some stranger, but her boss at the time. Since she was on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, many fans immediately started speculating about who she might have been referring to. This opened up a whole other can of worms and left people questioning what really went on behind the scenes of these Bravo shows. All of this drama surrounding Denise, Aaron, and even other housewives has created a storm of speculation, finger-pointing, and shocking claims. What started as a simple divorce announcement has now spiraled into a legal battle involving eviction, restraining orders, alimony, alleged cheating, financial struggles, and even blinds about casting desperation. It's Hollywood mess at its peak. Through it all, Denise has continued to insist that she just wants to move forward and get her things back without putting herself or her pets at risk. But with Aaron refusing to back down and his lawyers pushing back against her every move, this fight is far from over. Fans are already predicting that this divorce will drag on for months, maybe even years, with new bombshells dropping along the way. For now, the eviction date of August 23rd is the big moment to watch. That's when we'll see if Aaron and his family finally leave the property or if they try to fight it even further. Either way, this battle between Denise Richards and Aaron Phypers has become one of the most dramatic Hollywood divorces in recent memory, and it looks like the explosions are only just beginning. Denise Richards evicting Aaron Phypers from their home is not just about property. It's about control, money, betrayal, and heartbreak. And no matter which side you believe, one thing is clear. This is a divorce that will go down in Hollywood history as one of the messiest ever. The drama is far from over, and everyone is watching to see what happens next.